feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride away.
Let's see. What else? Kid Cudi talked about why he testified in the Diddy trial this year. And he said, in a new interview, he said it was really hard. I didn't want to do it, but I was subpoenaed. Let me see if I can find the interview. It seems like a video interview. Let's see. Kid Cudi. Wait. Kid Cudi interview. Let me see. Oh, this is it right here, right? Oh, CBS right here.
First of all,
started working on that mixtape of a man in the household.
Yeah.
You know, like, because I never lived with my
Where's
dad.
the timestamp?
So,
yeah.
you know.
So you left it in a good place?
Yeah. Yeah, we were able to kind of talk and hear from him, and he kept saying it didn't feel right to be beefing with me, and eventually we did meet up. Kanye set it up, and you know.
Is it talking about Diddy?
Drake took offense to.
Oh, you talking about Drake here? Yeah, him and Drake was beefing too.
Yeah, and I think that was my life for a while, you know. Yeah, to survive. Put him up again, and it would still be.
Is he crying?
Crossed.
Yeah.
And it was like that for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Crop top aside, nail polish and thongs aside, whatever his sexual preference or dressing preference, we love Kid Cudi. Where's the video? Or like we got him and Ye. Where is it where he talks about Diddy?
And I was freaking out.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what the it was, you know. And then it stopped and I got my vision back to have him come pick it up.
Yeah.
Creating and
Anybody got a timestamp for me?
You also, in the book, make a point. You write about this in the aftermath of your stroke. Drake comes at you on record.
Okay, yeah, this is about Drake. Let's listen to this though.
Mm-hmm.
Which, what was that about?
Well, I got at him and Kanye like I think like a month prior or a couple weeks prior.
Yeah.
About them having writers.
Yeah.
And you know, I was in this place where I was like really in my head about just like the things I was dealing with at the time, and you know, I was just like seeing stuff online talking about like top 5 rappers, you know, and I was just explaining like, you know, I know these guys think that they're the illest, but they have writers, and you know, I went online and I said like, you can't be top 5 if you have writers, and that applies to Drake, Kanye, whoever.
Yeah.
You know, and that set it off really. So I initiated it, but you know.
Has Cudi ever written for Ye?
Drake took offense to it and responded on record in the middle of my stint in rehab, and the world was not happy about it.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of backlash he received at that time.
I think it was 2 birds, 1 stone, right? 2 birds, 1 stone. Drake dissed that nigga crazy on that shit. What do you say? Oh yeah, he did Pusha T and Cudi. I think the first part is about Kid Cudi, right? He said something about rehab. Wasn't 2 birds, 1 stone? Anyway.
How did you feel about it?
Oh man, I was like, oh, okay. You want to kick me when I'm down? Great. Like, but he wanted to play the game, you know, with me. He wanted me to put him in a song or whatever, and I'm not that type of artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to the studio angry, rapping about some other man and putting him in my art. Mm-hmm. That's not what we're gonna do here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to your doorstep and I'm gonna let you know that I'm gonna see you.
Yo, bro, we don't want to hear none of that tough talk after Diddy was punking you, nigga. Running up in your house, tying up your dog, running through your Christmas gifts, nigga. Like, come on, stop playing, Kid Cudi. Blew up your car. Ain't get no get back for that, man. Yo, what's going on with these guys? Kid Cudi, you not showing up to nobody's doorstep. Diddy showed up to your doorstep. Matter of fact, he showed up to your living room. He went through your Christmas presents, nigga. Tied up your dog in the bathroom. Blew up your car. Like, come on. What's up with this? I'm going to come to your doorstep shit.
I'm gonna come to your doorstep, and I'm gonna let you know that I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you, and that's a promise. You know.
And you did.
And eventually we did meet up. Kanye.
Wait, is he acting like he pressed Drake? Oh, I gotta spice this up. I'm gonna clip this. Somebody send me a clip. I'm gonna send this to Drake. Be like, yo, you got pressed by Cudi? I'm an instigator.
He set it up, and it was a couple years after that, so I was kind of rehabilitated from rehab, and I was in a much better place.
Yeah.
So I was able to kind of talk to him, and me and Drake used to be friends, and I'll talk about it in the book, and it was really nice to reconnect with him because, I liked the kid. I liked Drake, when we first met.
What?
He was a good dude to me. I think those were
Drake is like 40. How we still call him a kid?
humble beginnings for both of us. It was nice to kind of hear from him, and he kept saying it didn't feel right to be beefing with me, and
All right, so apparently he talked about Diddy on the Call of Daddy shit. Here we go.
You know what I mean? Like, we never bonded in that way, I mean, I know he loved me. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely loving and, like, caring and all
Anybody
that.
got a timestamp?
He was a very serious man. And when I think about my dad's life, he was in World War II and
that was the right decision. And how did your mom feel
was not prepared
towards that and put your feelings into your writing?
For drugs, like cope and do well and be happy, because I know she was living a nightmare. And
I think this is about Cassie.
Like I first they asked,
here we go.
I was really just like understanding if it was reality.
On flavor with great ingredients and always more date today.
About a few of your relationships in the book, one of them being Cassie. Obviously, that is always going to be a big conversation online. And you were with her, obviously, during a very dark time of what she was going through with Diddy. During that time, your house was broken into, your car was lit on fire. What do you just like overall remember about that time and that relationship in your life?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like, man, in the moment, it was just crazy. Like, I had a hard time understanding if it was reality. Like, I was like, am I in a movie? What the fuck is going on? And like, it's so great. You read the book, right?
Yes.
I want you to listen to the memoir. I scored the memoir. I was just in the studio last night. I finished it up, right? So, like, I score a lot of the different bits in the book, and in this moment, I scored a lot of different beats, and it brings it to life. But it was just chaotic and intense.
Now, he ain't really get to the part that we really care about, but here's my demeanor. I know I reacted live when he was taking a stand because we covered the whole trial. I will say my whole thought about him taking a stand was we can't, and I vehemently oppose anybody calling him a snitch in the context of if he felt that Cassie was a true victim, Like, for example, if you see a girl getting sexually assaulted and you speak up or you call the cops or you then take the stand to affirm that, no, yeah, I saw her getting sexually assaulted. You're not a snitch. What the fuck? Like, you're doing what every regular civilian and human being would do. I was more flabbergasted about after I heard his testimony. It seems like he showed up to court for his own personal ways because he didn't help Cassie. The last thing he said on the stand is, I think Cassie played us both. It made Cassie look like a manipulator. His statements made Cassie look like a manipulator more than a victim. He basically admitted that, yo, Cassie was playing games with us. Cassie gave him my location. Cassie did this. If anything, it felt like someone who maybe you were more interested in your own story of you thinking your victim was caught up in the web of the Diddy and Cassie like drama or lies or whatever they had going on, and you just wanted to get your side off. Maybe it's because you had a book coming out. But it doesn't really feel like you were there to necessarily really support Cassie. Nothing you said really supported Cassie. Like, it made her look worse. And this is one of the things why Diddy's team never called any witnesses. They didn't have to call any witnesses. Why didn't they have to call any witnesses? Literally because the witnesses that the prosecutor called ended up kind of being like more for Diddy. They were kind of giving more of an out for him, saying, yeah, like, this guy was madly in love with her. He did stalk her. He did do some of the things that you could call abusive. But she was kind of like that too. She was kind of like, in this toxic stuff and kind of seemingly loving it or at least engaging with it, So that's kind of interesting.
And, I wasn't like I was already out of my mind dealing with my own personal shit. So, I was really just like, fuck it, like, I just was willing to walk into the fire and so it was just
Did Call It Daddy change? How long ago since they changed their setup? This is more like so Shannon Sharpish. I think they had a different like set before.
I always thought about it before all this stuff happened and it came out again. I just over the years I just thought about it as like just some wild shit that happened in my rock and roll life. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just some crazy shit that happened,
You testified in court.
Yeah.
How did you feel going into that situation?
Oh man. I felt I was calm. I was there because I had to be. Like I first they asked, I said no. They asked again, I said no. Then I got subpoenaed. And I was like, fuck. Shit. No. Then I'm thinking about like, what do I wear, man? Do I have to be like fucking suit or something? I was like, man, fuck this shit. This is what I'm wearing today. I'm going to the fucking shit in this. I'm not dressing up for this shit. Like wearing some hard bottoms to shit. I'm wearing some fucking Solomons and I'm coming in there with my Levi's and my leather jacket and that's it, But I hated every minute of it. Like I did not want to do it. But then I thought about, when I was up there, I'm here to support Cassie. And, Cassie is my friend, and I love her and I want to see her do well. When I saw her get married, I was so happy for her, that she found someone, her person. When I saw that she was having kids, I was like, oh, this is so awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I've always just wanted to see her, thrive and do well and be happy, you know, because I know she was living a nightmare. And I just was there to support her. That's what kind of gave me peace with it when I sat down in that chair. It was just about, damn, I don't want to do this, to being like, oh man, I gotta like hold homegirl down and like, you know, look out for her, you know.
No, that's beautiful. Looking back, obviously not at everything that went down in court, when you actually were like living all of this as we described, where you were like, it felt literally like otherworldly. I'm like, is this my life right now? How did that experience affect the way that you felt about people in this industry and just like what you had gotten yourself into in your career?
Oh man, I already had I was already standoffish from the industry, so it just made me even more
Freaked out.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
man, this shit is crazy, you know? So I was already kind of sheltered in my own little space with
Yeah.
my small group of friends, but this is like, and that's kind of like the thing about LA. It's like, if you see me somewhere, it's like they're seeing like a monk that they haven't seen in like 100 years. And oh, Cudi here? He don't be nowhere. Like, you don't see me. I'm not.
Calm down, nigga. You ain't Frank Ocean. Calm it down. Calm it down. Calm it down. Okay. Yeah, Kid Cudi, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I was left confused by your testimony. I don't think you held homegirl down a lot. I think if anything, you helped Diddy. I don't think you meant to help Diddy, but I think you were hurt and you were still. There's probably unresolved issues, knowing that you were kind of used as a pawn by Cassie, as this guy who Diddy came in and Diddy was standing on business about his girl. Diddy was down to fuck you up. Diddy looked you square in the face when you said, what's good with my car? He looked at you and said, what car, little nigga? You said nothing about it. Walked in your house, threw your little chihuahua in the fucking bathroom, locked that bitch, okay? Went through your Christmas gifts and blew up your car. So again, I mean, I don't know if your testimony helped, but I guess it goes to your story that you played a part in this. And I don't know if court, you could have went on a Vlad TV interview and got it off, gang. Because nothing you said in court was for the intended purpose, in my opinion. Whatever. Okay. Okay, we'll move past that.